everybody! ¿Cómo están?
Welcome to Exploring Together,
The YouTube show where Ian Lewis wakes up early in the morning to bring you, my dear explorers, the best scenes, the best footage, the best shots of every single city that we visit. Or that is what I would like to say. Because yesterday night I went to have dinner to a restaurant where I met some Kurdish people who ended up being awesome guys. And when you have good company, great conversation, interesting cultures mixed into one place, the very best thing to do is to enjoy some beers. It was a really nice night, but it also was a terrible morning. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I overslept. But now I'm ready, I'm energized to keep exploring. And here we are in our first destination. The only one, the big, the mythical. Welcome to the Topkapi Palace. What mysteries are we gonna find inside of what used to be the house of the Sultan? Let's go and explore it. Inside the Topkapi Palace. Very huge place, huh? Really guys, it took me like 5 minutes to reach from the gate to where I am right now, walking. But I walk fast. The sultans weren't kidding when they wanted to have something big. Just for you to know, in the entrance they asked me to remove my microphone so I cannot use it. That might be the reason why you're hearing it in worse quality. And something I would like to say about Turkish attractions is that, in a very constructive way of course, they should try to give you something that you can read, because you do have audio guides, but those things take years and years. At the end of the day, you are listening to this thing which is completely boring, and instead you could easily have something that you could read and short explanation of what is this place. Now, the reality is that I have no clue where am I. I know it's the Topkapi Palace, and I did some research, but it's the basic one, you know? Some Wikipedia stuff. Not even Wikipedia stuff actually. Did you know that Wikipedia here in Turkey is blocked? And that has brought me many troubles. Yeah, Wikipedia is my main font of information. So if any fact of what I'm telling you is wrong, you get a guilt Wikipedia. So with that little monologue being said, let's go and explore. Of the Ottoman Empire would gather and take their respective decisions of what is gonna be or how it was gonna be administrated the empire. So at the side of the Imperial Council Hall there was a chamber that had some relics and treasures of the Ottoman Empire. Now the problem is that you couldn't film in it. Of course, I took a little pirate video. I found some explanations. Forget about the monologue of before. And so from the audience hall we're gonna go to the third courtyard, and from there we're gonna see one of the most beautiful views of whole Istanbul. This is an insane view. Oh my god. Very impressive view. So far I haven't shown you my characteristics, my potential, my strengths as a tourist guide. And in order to confirm that I actually did my homework and I made some studies, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the Topkapi Palace. So the very first thing we must know about the Topkapi Palace is that it was built by Sultan Mehmed II. If you don't remember, he's the one that conquered Constantinople after 53 days of constant attack. The construction began in 1460 and it finished by 1478. The palace has been changed, expanded, and there has been new things built through the time. Something that is certainly interesting is that the Topkapi Palace was the house of the sultans until the middle of the 19th century, because in 1850 the sultans thought that this place was inadequate, yeah, think about it, to hold the ceremony of states that they were requiring. So basically what we are saying here is that they couldn't use this place to make these ceremonies, which is insane. Honestly, I could have some really nice parties with my friends, make tons of PlayStation rooms, coming back with the story since 1850 that they have been using the Dolce Palace as their headquarters. guys, it is time for us to go to the magical room where the action happens, where the Sultan used to live his long nights of love. It is time to go to the Harem Room. To go inside the Harem Room, you gotta pay an extra ticket which costs 35 Turkish lira. The Harem used to be the place where the sultans lived together with their families. And in my opinion, if you already are in Istanbul, you must go.
The right hand is heavy, it weighs a ton. The weight of
This one here is the Imperial Room. That basically means that this is where the Sultan will hold his most important ceremonies. Weddings, birth, entertainment, or just to receive someone important. Truly is stunning. The private chamber is the oldest and finest surviving room in the harem. And in my opinion, it is by far one of the most interesting, as it has 16th century Islamic tiles covering its walls.
none of us will ever be free if there's bad.
Okay guys, we are back in the streets of Istanbul. I'm having a little snack, and I have to say that the Topkapi Palace was really impressive. It's very long and it takes some time to explore it, but it is 100% worth going. It's a golden compass, for sure. It's a golden compass. You see, something that I don't understand why, and something that this city should improve, is the fact that there are no trash cans. Been looking for about at least 2-3 blocks where to put my corn. Ooh. Now where to trash this corn, and nothing, no trash cans. Oh, I found one. Okay. Good. Okay guys, we have arrived to our next destination. Yes, that is a good expression because I never expected what I was going to see.
Hour, the darkest place, Dante's Inferno, the devil's maze. It's a good world.
We have arrived to the Basilica Cistern. It's impressive. The cistern was built in the 6th century under the reign of Justinianus. Under his reign was the most prosperous time of the Eastern Roman Empire. And here is where the Romans used to hold the water of the Constantinople city. The cistern is pretty massive. It has 70 meters width and 140 meters length. What is pretty sick about this place is that there are 336 columns. And you know what is more interesting is the fact that each one of them is separated by 4.9 meters distance. That's crazy! It's a serious engineering work. Each one of these columns is 9 meters high, and there is one which is by far the most interesting
All
one.
gonna pay for a good world gone bad.
There are two interesting things about the column behind you. The first one is that it is supposed it was built like this, tailor-made, with this detail in honor to the slaves that lost their lives building this Basilica Cistern. And the second one is that if you put your finger here and you're able to make the whole round like this, I guess, and you ask for a wish, it will accomplish. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, it is estimated that this Basilica Cistern can storage up to 100,000 tons of water. But the most curious thing is that the water that was stored here comes from the Belgrade forest, which is 19 kilometers away from here. Damn, these Romans were freaking smart. Oof, smells really bad here. By far the most interesting thing about this Basilica Cistern are the head of Medusas that are supporting two columns. The fun thing is that they are inverted, so you have to somehow look at this way.
There you can clearly see the snake.
We're all to blame, 'cause we all walk the same.
So if you don't know who Medusa is, I will be telling you while I get out of here because the smell of crab is actually killing me. According to Greek mythology, Medusa is one of the 3 Gorgona sisters. She was in love with Perseus, who was the son of Zeus. But Medusa had one rival who was nobody else than Athenas. Athenas was also in love with Perseus, and it is supposed that Athenas, who was jealous of Medusa, turned the hair of Medusa into snakes. And with that, Medusa got a curse, which is basically whoever looked at her eyes would turn into a stone. Now the craziest thing of all of this is that Perseus, who Medusa loved, He killed and cut off Medusa's head to use her power to defeat enemies. Which, somehow, it is a very sad love story. Ciao. Ciao. Yeah, that was a great touristic attraction. Cheap, short and impressive. In the próximo episodio of Exploring Together, I have no clue what's going on. I'm just climbing on the Grand Bazaar. Oh, I'm stuck. Hello. What? Look!